Your latest news update from Western Mass News.
I'm Chris Casano with a look at your headlines. MGM Springfield has reported to the Mass Gaming Commission that it accepted 2 illegal sports bets on Harvard basketball games. The games were Harvard versus Yale and Brown. The Gaming Commission says the incidents are being investigated. While sports betting is now legal in the Commonwealth, bets are not allowed on collegiate sports involving 1 or more teams from the state unless they're in a tournament with 4 or more teams. The attorney for a man accused of arson and attempted murder following a house fire in Palmer says his client has been found not guilty of all charges. Joseph Gallooni was accused of setting fire to a multifamily house he owned in Three Rivers back in 2019 in an attempt to collect insurance money on the property. 2 tenants were inside at the time of the fire. An 18-year-old was arrested in West Springfield Monday on gun-related charges. West Springfield police located a stolen car on Memorial Avenue around 5 p.m. The suspect, Donovan Marsh III, was found sitting in the car with a black mask covering his face. Police say Marsh dropped a loaded firearm on the ground, and that led to a foot chase. He was arrested for stealing a motor vehicle and carrying ammunition and a loaded firearm without a license.
I'm meteorologist Jana Brown. The check of your forecast. We'll have an increase in cloud cover overnight tonight with breezes increasing out of the south. An overcast start tomorrow will eventually give way to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, and temperatures get back to the low to mid 50s. Definitely above normal, but a few degrees shy of the record likely. But a few upper 50s can't be ruled out in the valley. Expect a breezy day with wind out of the south-southwest, gusting occasionally 20 to 30 miles an hour. Now, as we head into Thursday, it'll be a milder morning with temperatures in the low 40s. We could hit highs in the low 60s Thursday, which would break the record. We'll have increasing clouds in the morning and scattered showers arrive by the evening. Bit of a lull in the showers overnight with mild temperatures. And then Friday, a strong cold front comes into the area mid-morning. We'll have temperatures climbing to around 60 before the front gets here. But then the front will bring a period of heavier rain, even a rumble of thunder and gusty wind. And temperatures will drop like a rock, falling down into the teens by late Friday night. Saturday's highs in the 30s with good sunshine, but we're back to near 50 Sunday and Monday, and then later next week trending cooler and unsettled.
Stay with Western Mass News on air, online, and on our app throughout the day for breaking news, weather, and exclusive content.